Today, I'm going to show you how to create a poster in PowerPoint. This is the part 1 of the 2-part video series, and in this part we will cover the basic principles of design, and in the second part we are going to learn how to use these principles to create our poster. And if you already know the design principles, you can skip to the part 2 of the video. So, we will make our poster by using the C.R.A.P Principles of design. The C.R.A.P Principle of designs are contrast, repetition, alignment, and proximity. We will discuss these principles one by one. Moving on to the contrast. The contrast is going to create interest and it's going to aid in organization. Contrast can be made with multiple objects. You can use spacing, you can use color, you can use fonts, weights, size, style. If we look at this example, we see that the word bad is not very easily readable. That's because the font color is almost the same as of background. And if we look at this word good, it's very easily readable. That's because the font color is very different from the background. That's why it's eye-catching. And this is how our poster should look like, more eye-catching. Moving on to repetition. Repeating elements will add visual interest and it will unify the design. And the method to add it is going to be like repeating the font style, or shapes, or spatial relationships. It ties objects and images together. Now, if we look at this example right here, we see that this part of this poster is somewhat related because they have the similar font style, the font size, the colors, they are all similar. Now moving on to alignment. By adding alignment, your document is going to look more organized and more well structured. When your document is not properly aligned, the person reading the document is going to lose his interest. Now if we look at this example, we see that in good alignment, the document is very well structured. All the shapes are horizontally aligned, vertically aligned. Everything looks well organized. But the case with poor alignment and mixed alignment is different. They are not so well structured. They are scattered all over the document. We want everything to be very well structured. Now moving on to the proximity. Proximity will clarify relationships between elements and it will make the document more organized. And you can add proximity by grouping related items together or separating unrelated items. Now if you look at this example right here, the figure on the left, which has squares all around, they are all scattered. That either means that they are not related, or if they are related, they have a very bad proximity, because we don't want the things that are related to each other scattered like that. We want them to form a group and look like a group in our document, just like this one. Now, we have two main strategies for improving our poster. The first one is cutting out that is not essential, and the second one is using visual hierarchy. Now we will take a look at what these strategies means. First, we will move on to the cutting out that is not essential. What that means? Well, we will start with this example. This document is so hard to read because there is very small text, so many images, and you don't know what's going on in there. It's so busy. So, to remove that noise in your document, you have to cut the things that are not essential. You have to remove them from your poster. Using visual hierarchy. Visual hierarchy is the principle of arranging elements to show their order of importance. And visual hierarchy is basically the hub of all those design principles we discussed earlier. So visual hierarchy is going to, you are going to select which is the most important part of your poster, which part you want your viewers to focus on. That part you're going to put in the most important space, which is mostly it's the center space. Like here I have put results in the middle because in a research paper people are interested in the results, so that's what you will do, put the results in the middle. Titles, font sizes, body text. So if someone is standing 3 to 4 feet away from your poster, he or she should be able to read everything on your poster. So you have to keep in mind all these font sizes and font styles, but please limit yourself to 2 to 3 types of fonts in order to create consistency and unity. And now that we have learned the basic design principle, we can make our own poster, which I will teach you in the next video.